should have known. I should have known. It's giving Lily Bloom vibes. Why am I so good with the page numbers? Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. A bitch is back talking about books. Today, I had an idea for a YouTube video that just popped in my head 10 minutes ago, and I was like, oh my god, this sounds like it could potentially be a lot of fun, and I want to just try it out. It's like a little game of guessing the plot of a book, as well as its genre and its audience, like what audience is trying to go for, based solely on the cover of the book. As much as people don't want to say it, we do judge books by its cover. I judge book by a cover. Everybody does it. For example, I thought of this. I've read the whole Twisted series. I knew the premise of the Twisted series before reading it, you know? But there's a lot of books where if I go into the store, I'm like, oh, what is this book about? Like, I have no idea. You just look at the cover, it looks interesting, and then you start to read the back. If you look at the covers of Twisted Love, especially the discreet covers, it's literally just the name, and that is all you get. So you would not know a single thing about what goes on in that book. I'm just going to go on best-selling books, Barnes & Noble's top 100 best-selling books, go down the list of all of the books that I've never really heard of before or have read the synopsis of, and I'm gonna guess the plot, guess the genre, and guess what audience it's going to be going towards. So, the first book is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. If you're on Book Talk, you've probably heard of this book. You, your mom, your aunt, your etc., everyone has heard of this book. It's literally #1 and Barnes & Noble's best-selling. I do want to read it. It's probably going to be a while since I'm going to read it because I only buy paperback. I refuse to buy hardcovers. They're also just way more comfortable and cheaper for paperbacks. Fourth Wing, I have heard of it. So I do know the genre. I don't know at all what it's about based off the cover. It says Fourth Wing. It says fly or die. And I was already spoiled in the way that I know it's a fantasy book. It has something to do with wings. So I'm gonna say it's a fantasy romance book. I'm cheating a little bit because I have heard that it is a new adult book. I think it's about people with wings. The cover gives very like Divergent-esque type situation. So I keep wanting to be like the circle in the cover is reminding me of like a division, and then it's called Fourth Wing. I know I'm probably really wrong about that. I have no idea. I'm gonna say the main girl falls in love with a person with wings or a creature with wings, and in this society there's probably like sectors, because I don't know why the like circle is really fucking me up. So let's look up the actual synopsis and see how close I was. 21-year-old Violet Sorendale was supposed to enter the Scribe Quadrant, living a quiet life among books and history. Now the commanding general, also known as her toughest talon's mother, has ordered Violet to join the hundreds of candidates striving to become the elite of Navarre. Dragon riders. Oh my god! Okay, so they're dragon riders. They don't have wings. But when you're smaller than everybody else and your body is brittle, death is only a heartbeat away, because dragons don't bond to fragile humans. They incinerate them. Oh my god, it's giving How to Train Your Dragon. Why does this sound good? I'm so excited to read this, by the way, because I've heard so much, like, everyone just keeps raving about it, but I had no idea what it was about. With fewer dragons willing to bond than candidates, most would kill Violet to better their own chances of success. The rest would kill her just for being her mother's daughter. Like Xaden Ryerson, the most powerful and ruthless wing leader in the Riders Quadrant. This is giving such How to Train Your Dragon fanfiction. Oh my god. Oh my god. She'll need every edge her wits can give her just to see the next sunrise. Yet with every day that passes, the war outside grows more deadly, the kingdom's protective wards are failing, and the death toll has continued to rise. Even worse, Violet begins to suspect leadership is hiding a terrible secret, friends, enemies, lovers. Everyone at Basgiath War College has an agenda, because once you enter, there are only two ways out: graduate or die. Oh my god, this sounds so good! Okay, so I was a little bit wrong, but I did get the wings, I guess, and I should have suspected something about mountains, because I do see that they're like in the sky or whatever. But anyway, next book. So this book is called Identity by Nora Roberts. It's a novel, #1 New York Times bestselling author, Nora Roberts. Everybody knows Nora Roberts. If you haven't seen her in the library, you have never been to the library, because she's like she's like has a whole row to herself. Also at Costco. Like, you'll always see Nora Roberts books at Costco. So This book is called Identity. What I see, this is very interesting. Like, I actually don't know what this could be about. Okay, Identity. So I'm gonna say it's adult fiction. This might be so off. The cover, there's a girl. So the main character's a girl. She's at this waterfall. I feel like it could be something to do with psychological. She's like going through some sort of psychological torment, because the actual name of the book is called Identity. It's about this girl who's on the cover trying to like find her identity. This waterfall and this like nature thing is like kind of the things that are going on in her mind. I'm gonna say it's contemporary fiction. I'm gonna say it's adult fiction. I'm gonna put the page number of books too. I'm gonna say it's about a 350 page book. 400 page book. Okay, what I said is adult contemporary fiction about a girl, something about her psychology, like psychological torment or something like that. And I'm gonna say it was around a 400 page book. Oh my god! It's 437 pages. A new thriller about one man's ice cold malice and one woman's fight to reclaim her life. Former army brat Morgan Albright has finally planted roots in a friendly neighborhood near Baltimore. Her friends and roommate Nina help her make the mortgage payment and does Morgan's job as a bartender. But after she and Nina host to their first dinner party attended by Luke, the flirtatious IT guy who'd been chatting her up at the bar, her carefully built world is shattered. The back door glass is broken, cash and jewelry are missing, her car's gone, and Nina lies dead on the floor! Tea. Soon a horrific truth emerges. It was Morgan who let that monster in. Luke was actually a cold-hearted con artist named Gavin who targets a particular type of woman, steals her assets and identity, and then commits her ultimate goal, murder. Why do I kind of want to read this? This actually sounds really cool. What the FBI tells Morgan is beyond chilling. Nina wasn't his type. Morgan is. Nina was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time, and Morgan's nightmare is just beginning. Soon she has no choice but to flee her mother's home in Vermont while she struggles to build something new. She meets another man, Miles Jameson. He isn't flashy or flirtatious, and his family business has deep roots in town, but Gavin is still out there, hurting new victims, and he hasn't forgotten the one who got away. Wait, this sounds so good. There's like a hint of romance. It's a thriller, suspense, fiction, mystery. I've never read a Nora Roberts book, but this kind of makes me want to. Like, why does this sound really good? To me, the way that Nora Roberts looks, as in like the covers, give me early 2000s romance books that are really cheesy, aka like Nicholas Sparks. Like, don't her covers look Nicholas Sparks-esque? But this looks so good. Sounds so interesting. I might want to... I'm gonna put that on my want to read, because why does that sound really interesting? Anyway, okay, next book. Okay, see, look at this. If I didn't know what Twisted Love was about, I would look at this cover and think it's like an adult romance book, because it's called Twisted Love, that takes place in the snow or something. Why does the background look like that? This next book is called The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave. I think there's a like Apple TV show about it or something. I'm not sure. But I actually don't know anything about this book. But I'm going to say it's a mystery. The cover is very ominous. The cover says it's Reese's book club. Reese Witherspoon has a very specific taste in books. And like in her book club, you know that the main character is going to be female. Going to have to do with something about being a woman. Reese Witherspoon also, she's not going to do any fantasy. It's going to be contemporary. The he in the title is probably dead. It's giving very secretive vibe. I'm going to say that the book follows a girl who, after her husband died, her husband told her something, aka the secret that she has to keep, and that's where the plot thickens. I'm gonna say 350 pages. Why am I so good with the page numbers? It's 320 pages. Before Owen Michaels disappears, so he's not dead, he disappeared, okay? He manages to smuggle a note to his beloved wife of 1 year. Protect her. Despite her confusion and fear, Hannah Hall knows exactly to whom the note refers. Owen's 16-year-old daughter, Bailey. Bailey, who lost her mother tragically as a child. Bailey, who wants absolutely nothing to do with her new stepmother. As Hannah increasingly desperate calls to Owen go unanswered, as the FBI arrests Owen's boss. Ooh, it's giving Gone Girl vibes. As U.S. Marshal and FBI agents arrive at her Sausalito house unannounced, Hannah quickly realizes that her husband isn't who he said he was. Okay, that's the mystery. I was kind of right. And that Bailey just may hold the key to figuring out Owen's true identity and why he disappeared. Hannah and Bailey set out to discover the truth together, but as soon as they start putting together the pieces of Owen's past, they soon realize they are also building a new future, one Hannah nor Bailey could have anticipated. Huh. Okay, so I think there's a lot more nuance to this than I originally thought. Yes, it is about a woman, but it has more to do with like a mother-daughter dynamic, which I should have seen coming from Reese's book club pick, because the vibes of this is very reminiscent of like Little Fires Everywhere in the way that it's like mother-daughter situation, and I get that with two women in this book. That's very interesting, but I feel like the cover did a good job at marketing the story, so I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5 when it comes to the cover. Okay, this is cute. This is cute, very, very obvious as to what the genre is. It's Sarah Adams' Practice Makes Perfect, a novel. It's a contemporary romance book. I'm almost positive about that. I'm gonna say it's around 350 pages based on it being a contemporary romance rom-com. If it's any longer than that, oh no, dear God, don't read that book. Practice Makes Perfect. I'm gonna say fake dating romance about a girl who owns a flower shop. It's giving Lily Bloom vibes. And the man looks like he has tats on his arm. So it's bad boy, grumpy, sunshine, fake dating romance about a girl who owns a flower shop. Let's see. I said 350 pages. It's 352 pages. Why am I so good at this? It's the second book to a series. Annie Walker's on a quest to find her perfect match, someone who nicely complements her happy, quiet life running her flower shop in Rome, Kentucky. I got that. Unfortunately, she worries her goal might be too far out of reach when she overhears her date saying she is so unbelievably boring. It is too late to become flirtatious and fun like the leading ladies in her favorite romance novels. Maybe she only needs a little practice, and Annie has the perfect person in mind to become her tutor, Will Griffin. Wait, this... Sorry, this, like, I wouldn't want to read this. Should this be my next read? Should I drop everything to read this? Because I need a palette cleanser, and this could be it. Okay, like, this looks really cute. And why is she relatable? When I read that part where it says she overhears her date saying she's solely boring, like, that is my biggest fear. Like, my biggest fear is going out with someone and thinking that I'm boring, or that I'm not interesting, or that my personality sucks, basically. So yeah, that is a big fear of mine. So that was very relatable. Will, the flirtatious, tattooed, and absolutely gorgeous bodyguard, is temporarily back in Rome, providing security for Amelia Rose as excitement grows for her upcoming marriage to Noah Walker. He has one personal objective during his time in town: stay away from Annie Walker. But no sooner than he gets settled, Will soon finds himself not only breaking his rules, but tasked with far more than simply providing security. Okay, I was right. Not about the grumpy sunshine, but he's tattooed up. I guess it's a bodyguard romance. Okay. And it's kind of forbidden romance because it says, oh, stay away from Annie Walker. Will wants no part in changing the sweet and lovely Annie, but he can't bring himself to say no to her request. So he officially agrees to teach her how to be the next leading lady of Rome, Kentucky, and find the love of her life, even if he doesn't believe in love himself. Between faking a relationship... Bitch, I was right. So the meddling town doesn't catch on to what's really happening on their practice dates and tutoring lessons that convince Annie to add passion to her list of must-haves in a mate. It doesn't take long for the lines of their friendship to blur. Wow. I'm gonna give this cover 5 out of 5 for marketing the book, because I think this did a really great job at knowing exactly what you will be getting into when you pick it up. 5 out of 5 cover. This, I feel like, could be very interesting. Okay, it's called The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. It's a thriller, adult thriller. There's blood splatter on the page. Probably heteronormative marriage, because the ring sizes look like one is way bigger, aka man's, and one slightly smaller woman's. And I do get mystery thriller book. His mistress is dead. His wife is his only hope. What does that mean? His mistress is dead. Okay, so about a cheating husband. This might be so out of the ballpark of what actually is going on in this book, but I'm gonna say it's a mystery book about a married couple. The wife finds out that the husband cheated. And the mystery is, who killed the mistress? Was it the husband or was it the wife? The mistress is dead. His wife is his only hope. So that makes me think that the husband killed the mistress and the wife is the only way to get him out of jail. Or it could be that the wife killed the mistress and was like, so mad about it and now the husband is scared of her. But I feel like as a book, that is kind of giving way to the stereotype of the crazy woman or like the crazy wife. As a woman who wrote this, Geneva Rose, that sounds like a woman's name. I don't think that they would go the route of psycho girlfriend. So I'm gonna say that it is about the husband who kills the mistress. For some reason, there's a sort of mystery behind it, and the wife and the husband have to like work together, pretend that their marriage is perfect in the eyes of everybody else around their small town so that they can get away with it. Since it is a mystery book, I'm gonna give it 450 pages, and then the audience would be an adult audience. Okay, thriller, mystery, fiction, suspense. Oh, wow, I was really off with the page number. So it's not 450 pages, it's 342, so it's a lot less. Sarah Morgan is a successful and powerful defense attorney in Washington, D.C. I should have known because I was like, oh, he needs her help to like try to get away with it. I was gonna say that she might be his lawyer or is a lawyer, but I just didn't because I wasn't very convinced with that on myself. At 33 years old, she's named a partner at her firm and life is going exactly how she planned. The same cannot be said for her husband, Adam. He's a struggling writer who has little success in his career. He begins to tire of his and Sarah's relationship as she's constantly working. Out in the secluded woods at Adam and Sarah's second home, Adam engages in a passionate affair with Kelly Summers. Then one morning, everything changes. Adam is arrested for Kelly's murder. Freaking knew it. She has been found stabbed to death in Adam and Sarah's second home. Soon, Sarah finds herself playing the defender for her own husband, a man accused of murdering his mistress. But is Adam guilty or is he innocent? Okay, so I was 90% right about what this book is about. I think the cover in general is a pretty good cover for marketing what this book is about. And the reason why I didn't get the whole plot is because it is a mystery. So I'm going to give this book cover a 4.5 out of 5 for marketing of this book because I think it really helped on the bottom when it says his mistress is dead, his wife is his only hope. It did a pretty good job at like marketing what the book is about, we're going to be getting into. So yeah, that's the last book I'm going to do today. This is really fun for me, so I kind of want to do this later on as well, but I'll be a little bit more organized about it. This is my first time doing this type of video. It was really fun. People don't realize how important covers are to books, the selling of books, especially when it really sucks when you have a shitty cover and nobody reads your book, but it could be the next best-selling, amazing classic of a book, and we would never know because the cover is shitty, right? So I guess that's kind of very interesting to see the way that cover art affects our perception of what a book is gonna be. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you like this style of video. Like the video if you liked it. And I think I want to do more of these, especially in between of when I'm in the process of reading books and I can't really like put reviews up. Just let me know if you liked it. I really want to do more of these. I think it's really fun. And there's a lot of books that I have never heard of. And I think this can broaden our horizons as a community together to read more books that is out of our comfort zone or that we would never have heard of, because I get all my recommendations on TikTok, which is not entirely good in the way that every time I go to the bookstore now, I'm never browsing. I look at the books and I'm like, oh, I've seen that on TikTok. I've seen this and seen this. I don't even read the backs anymore. I just pick up whatever I've seen on TikTok and then put it in my cart. I don't know. I think the process of book buying has been so different now that I wish we could get back to a place where like, we pick up a book. We're not really influenced by other people. We open it up and we're like, oh my God, I cannot believe I picked this book with no influence and it's become one of my favorite books of all time. Like something like that. Sorry, I'm really going on a tangent about that, but yeah, let's just let me know what you think about this type of video. It was a little bit messy, but it is my first time doing this. I think if I do it in the future, I would be very specific about the categories that I do. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.